Yo, what's going on, guys? Rob here from Showdown. Today we are doing anime team battles part 5. Let's do it. Alright, so we have a Demon Slayer pick 3 and the rest will try to kill you. You guys already see who's in the top row. I'm taking Akaza for the first pick. He's an Upper Moon 3. Are you kidding me? The regeneration, everything that he has in his arsenal. He was boxing against Rengoku. I mean, that's amazing considering Rengoku was one of the top fighters we've seen in Demon Slayer so far. So I'm definitely going to take him immediately. I can look down in the second row because I'm just going to eliminate the Demon Slayer trio right now. Zenitsu, Tanjiro, Inosuke, they can get up out of here. I know that in the manga they probably get stronger, but in the anime right now, they're not really making a cut for me because you can see that Rui is here. We see Enmu's here, and Enmu obviously has access to the dream manipulation blood demon art. That's cute. It worked in the Mugen Train movie. It was nice, but it's not really going to do much here because all you have to do is kill yourself in your own dream and then you'll wake up in real time. So I'm not really worried about Enmu either. So now we're left with the Hashira pretty much, and it's coming down to which Hashira do you have over the other. Now I'm gonna grab Rengoku because we saw that the flame breathing style was incredible against an Upper Moon 3. We have to take Rengoku. He can get busy. He obviously has the durability of a top tier fighter in Demon Slayer. Then Shinobu or Gyu. I'm not sure who's stronger than the other right now currently, because we know that Shinobu has insect breathing and she also has some poison that she's able to inject into her enemies. But on the flip side, Gyu is smooth with it. He has the water breathing style and he goes crazy in that regard as well. You know, honestly, I'm probably gonna go with Gyu. And the reason why I'm going with Gyu is because that Tanjiro is pretty much an approximation of what Gyu is currently. He's gonna get there someday. So if we look at Tanjiro and we've seen what Tanjiro's been able to pull off with his water breathing style, we can only imagine what it looks like when it's close to perfection from Gyu. So I think a team of 3 of an Upper Moon 3 in Akaza with Rengoku and Gyu, I'm clearing the chart happily. Next up, we have a Team B versus Team A from Jujutsu Kaisen. So it looks like in Team B, we have Mahito, Hanami, Geto, and Fushiguro. And in Team A, we have Itadori, Jogo, Todo, and Nanami. Who are you going with? Now, we're just gonna have to break this down just a little bit. Geto, we did not see much of Geto in the anime. We know that he obviously is walking in line with Mahito and a lot of the other top tier curses. We know that Geto's power is probably in that realm. We just don't know what's really going on yet, unless you're a manga reader. So we'll put him to the side for a second. We can also look at Hanami, who's putting in a lot of work against Todo and Itadori in a duo. So Hanami is top tier. Obviously one of the better side of the curses, using nature as a primary source of combat, going through with the plants and all types of things, throwing roots at you. It's just ridiculous what Hanami can do. Mahito obviously has a top tier domain. We've talked about this in the past already. The domain of Mahito almost cleared off Ananami. Almost cleared off Ananami. The only reason Mahito got stopped in his tracks is because Itadori has Sukuna. And this is why I'm going with Team A, because anything that's happening in Team B, we already know. The domains from Fushiguro and Mahito are irrelevant. As long as Itadori has access to Sukuna, they can't really use domain expansion at all. So without domain expansion, they're pretty much limited. But guess who has domain expansion? Jogo. Guess who can work well in a duo with Itadori and land black flashes? Todo. We're going crazy. Are you kidding me? And Nanami obviously is going to be honing down on people's weak points. So again, if we look at the firepower from Team B, the firepower is there. They have the offensive power hands down. Fushiguro is going to be throwing a whole bunch of stuff at them. And Fushiguro is very versatile. Obviously, he has Nue and things like that, so he can go crazy in that regard. But he's not stopping anybody without his domain, and he can't use his domain because Sukuna is there. As long as Sukuna is there, good luck using your domain against Itadori. And we also know that Jogo's domain is not light either. Jogo only looked light because he was up against Gojo. And then if we throw in the boogie woogie with Todo, and it's just too much. Team A is grabbing this for me. You know it's time for some One Piece, man. We got which duo comes in first and which in last. And this is obviously going to be off of strength. Let's just eliminate the duos that are not going to be in first place automatically. First off, we have Aokiji and Akainu. They're not making first place. We know that. We could also look at Shanks and Ben Beckman. Now, Film Red is coming out. Film Red is coming out. It's going to clear up a lot of misconceptions a lot of the Shanks haters have out there, because I've seen a lot of the comments. But even with that being said, I don't think Shanks is going to be in the first duo conversation. Then we can also look at Big Mom and Kaido. They are obviously a fantastic duo. We were seeing them in Wano, obviously right now in the manga and in the anime. But look who's here, y'all. We have Prime Garp and Prime Sengoku. We have Prime Whitebeard and Prime Odin. And we have Prime Roger and Prime Rayleigh. Big Mom and Kaido, I'm not sure what's happening. But I don't think they're first. Now, if we talk about Prime Whitebeard, obviously he was listed as the world's strongest man. He went up against Prime Roger and they fought for multiple days and nobody was crowned the winner. So it kind of leaves a question of what's happening there. Now, somebody may say, well, Roger was sick during that battle. He did have an illness. So does that mean that Roger is slightly stronger than Whitebeard? We can leave that up in the air right now, because I don't think that really matters when you see who Roger has to the left of him. Roger has Prime Rayleigh, y'all. All I needed to see was Prime Rayleigh with Roger, and I'm taking that. Because we know that obviously Prime Whitebeard goes crazy and everything like that, but Roger's right-hand man Rayleigh is still a threat to this day as an old man. Mastery of all forms of haki. We don't get Luffy at this extreme power level if it's not for the likes of Rayleigh teaching him the ways of haki. So if Roger was boxing with Whitebeard while he was sick and Prime Rayleigh is stopping Marco's attacks with a finger, he's boxing at an elite level, I think I'm going with the Roger and Rayleigh duo at number 1. You could obviously make a case for Prime Garp and Prime Sengoku, because if you talk about Garp, you can obviously mention the Rocks Pirates and things like that. But I just think that Whitebeard is definitely stronger than Odin. We've seen that fight. And Garp and Sengoku, we don't know. That's also a very close approximation. But at least for Roger and Rayleigh, they've sailed the seas for much longer. They've been together. And we already know that Rayleigh is still a threat to this day. Now, which duo is coming in last? Ah, man. See, this is hard. I'm going to have to go with Akainu and Aokiji. I'm sorry, I think that is the correct answer, because Garp and Sengoku are in their primes in this list. So I think they are the worst duo here. Now, I know the Marine fans and the Admiral fans out there are going crazy. They're going ballistic right now. But I'm not going to condemn Shanks. I'm not going to say, oh, since we haven't seen a lot from Shanks, that means that Shanks is not powerful. You can say I'm overpowering Shanks, I'm overhyping Shanks, but I think that Film Red will clear up all the misconceptions. Everybody that's saying Shanks tarred and, you know, we're adding powers to Shanks and things like that, a lot of the misconceptions are going to be cleared up next year. Mark my words. Conqueror's haki is a really big deal, and we know that Shanks is probably one of the best haki users on this entire chart, so I'm gonna give him his respect. Lastly, we have a Hunter x Hunter team battle. Team A, we have Illumi, Hisoka, and Chrollo. Team B, we have Moral, Bisky, and Razor. Who am I taking? Well, to be honest with you, when I looked at Team A, the first person I noticed was Chrollo. We know that Chrollo is a specialist. Chrollo was boxing against Silva and Zenozoldyck, putting in a lot of work. We know that he can copy Nen abilities. Chrollo is a beast. He's quick, he's powerful. We have to give him credit where credit is due. But I'm not worried about Illumi, and I'm not worried about Hisoka. And the reason why I'm not worried about Illumi or Hisoka is because when we look down in Team B and we go all the way to the right, there's a man by the name of Razor who is in Greed Island playing dodgeball. But we know if he's outside of that situation, who knows what's going on. I mean, this man blew up a ship. The man is ridiculous. His Nen powers are so fierce that he was stopping. I mean, Gon was throwing some ridiculous dodgeballs at him and he was just catching them unfazed. I mean, the man was throwing dodgeballs at Gon, and he also needed help from Killua and Hisoka, who happens to be here in Team A. He needed their help just to catch it. I mean, nah. Razor is on a whole other level. I'm telling you guys that right now. We cannot sleep on Razor. Bisky has a great understanding of Nen. She knows how to work her Nen aura better than Hisoka and Illumi. At least to me, the only weak link we have is Moral. Moral to me is a weak link. We've seen his battle against Shia Poof. Now he does have access to Smoky Jail, which is important here because that would mess up some of these fighters in Team A. If Moral activates Smoky Jail and is able to hide himself and able to hide Bisky and Razor, good luck if you're anybody in Team A outside of Chrollo, because you're getting bodied. We've seen what Razor can do already. So I'm going with Team B, y'all. Because in Team A, the only person I really have to worry about is Chrollo. I'm not even saying that Hisoka is weak and Illumi is weak. It's just that I believe that Razor's on a completely different level than anything we've seen from those two. We just saw Razor in a weaker version because he was confined by the Greed Island rules. That's what I believe. Now you guys let me know down in the comment section below which teams you are taking, which you agree with, disagree with. Again, we are on the road to 100K. I thank you guys so much for showing love. And shout out to the Hot Shrub Podcast, baby. Show them some love, subscribe to them. Those are my guys over there. And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.